All right, I believe we are live in the studio. So let me go through, set my TikTok up. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Man, Justin Fields, by the way, he wants to be back in Chicago so bad after today. Today was not a good day for fantasy footballers all around the world, in my opinion. Um, just not a good day. Let me get my effects on for the TikTokers out there. If you are not on my TikTok, please go ahead and get on my TikTok. I will go through. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them into the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now, and so far, no one is on. So please go ahead and do that. It should show up here shortly, if not. So where is... Okay, I don't know if I've gone. Okay. Man, I swear I wasn't there. Okay. Where was it at then? Live Center, maybe. I'm not sure where it's at. Huh. This doesn't seem right. Because I am supposed to have my stuff on here. Geethika, am I live? Let's see if we are live, folks. I don't see anybody's questions in here, so I want to make sure everything is good. Am I live? I just don't see anybody, but...
Yeah, you're live.
I'm live? Good.
Yeah, that looks cute.
Alright, good. Anybody in here?
No.
Okay, hold on a second. Don't invite anybody yet. I'm gonna figure out TikTok out real quick. Thank you. Where?
The things that are on there.
Is it
I
hard?
see that there's something there, but it's hard for me to see it.
It's hard to see it.
Yeah. Like, let me show you what it looks like.
I believe you.
Looks really good though. Otherwise.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to overlay this. Okay. It's good to know, though. I mean, that's fine. I'll just go through it. I'll still do the live if anybody has any questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Why on TikTok is it doing this for me? It's not letting me put my stuff in the background anymore. Let me try something else. TikTok. That's weird. Well, you should be able to. Okay. Yeah. Well, download the app. Dang it. Why on TikTok is it doing this? It's not letting me put a picture in the background. Green screen. Background. But it should be letting me pick my past pictures on here. That's just weird. What's going on? Maybe I go on TikTok Studio as well. That would be crazy. Let's see if that works. I don't think that'll work well, but give me 1 second. Because then I can use my phone. Let me know if it's really slow though, real quick. Because I'm looking on TikTok live. I'm trying to do TikTok live on my computer as well, just to see what happens. Because it's not working on my phone for some reason. All right, folks, if you are on the YouTube, please give me a second. Let me see if there's anybody on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the video quality, but it's okay.
As long as it's okay, I need to know how bad it is. Am I lagging quite a bit? I gotta know that. All right, I'm gonna let you go to see. Bye, love you. Am I lagging quite a bit? I gotta know that. All right, I'm gonna let you go to see. Bye, love you. Yeah, I'm lagging quite a bit. Should be better. All right, let's just do TikTok live on the phone. I want to get rid of this. Why is it doing this? Like, come on. You know, sometimes it's just be a goldfish, I guess. What the hell? Why? All right, they're gonna make me.
So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of the dual camera if it doesn't give you the option to actually remove the dual camera. And all you have to do is hit on boards down here. It's going to bring up this menu. You're going to hit add, and then hit add again, and there you go. Regular camera back and good to go. And then from there, you just go back to your...
Hello, TikTok. I figured it out. Add. We are live in the studio at Fantasy Football for Dummies. We are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. We have Week 5 reactions and what's going on, and we're going to go game by game into what's going on for each game. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow. If you have any questions, drop them below. And drop a like if you don't mind on some of my posts on this live, or just give me a follow. It's the best thing you could do to promote my channel. So this is Fantasy Football for Dummies, and what a week 5 it was. Starting off with the London game, Carson Wentz and the Minnesota Vikings go in there into London and absolutely take it over. Justin Jefferson, 7 for 123, 11 targets. You're feeling good about that. Addison gets a touchdown with 6 targets. Hawkinson might be back. That's interesting. I had a monster week. I scored 170. That is awesome. I did not, unfortunately, been doing well for pretty much this whole year. Maybe week 1 we struggled, but this week we struggled a little bit. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. We learn from it, and then we move on. So go ahead and drop your questions below. Josh Allen for Buka and Scat. I got Dak on the bench. Wait till see how tonight's game goes, Mason. Please, Hampton, don't be long. I know. That's what I'm saying. I was big on Hampton. I got a lot of Hampton. That's part of why my team's lost. Not the whole reason, though. It's just part of the pie. Dylan Gabriel looks like Dylan Gabriel. He didn't do too much. Quinshawn Judkins, RB1 season. 110 and 23 carries. And he gets some passing work, not a lot, 2 targets, 1 catch, 18 yards. So if he's going to be involved in the pass game, it's over. I'm going all in on Quinshawn Judkins. Please, Hampton, I understand. Hampton's injury stuff, that's so questionable. I don't even know what to think of it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to move my camera real quick for the YouTube community. See for the YouTube make sure to follow me on YouTube. I am Fantasy Football for Dummies. I benched Jamar, bro. I told you gotta play Jamar. It didn't look pretty. It didn't look like it was gonna be anything until the end when he got those 2 touchdowns at the end. And what a catch, by the way, he had in the almost middle of the end zone, toe tapping. That was incredible. There's a struggle having DeMercado with Bijan on a bye. DeMercado should have had a touchdown. They just stopped using him. He had a long touchdown. I'm sure everybody was just ecstatic to see him drop the ball before he gets to the end zone. Unbelievable. I need 10 points from Kelsey or Brent. Yeah, I understand. Kelsey, I'm not even sure what to do with Kelsey. So we'll see. Hopefully it goes well for you. I'm going to go ahead and move this just a tad. Ooh. So I'm seeing a little bit better on the YouTube specifically. So thank you. Jags defense or KC defense up by 4.3. He has Jags tight end. Strange. I'm probably going KC defense. I feel like they can get some pick sixes and stuff. I'm panicking with Worthy. Should I sub in Shakir? Or no. And if he's out, sub in Thornton. I'm not panicking. Is Worthy questionable at this point? This is news to me if he is. I'm not going to lie to you, which happens sometimes. Let me go see. That's unbelievable. There's no way. He might be out. That is incredible. Not in a good way incredible. A bad way incredible. Oh my gosh. Worthy wasn't even on the injury report this week. So it's unclear when he came down with this ankle issue. Need to have another plan in case. Yeah, get Thornton. If you can get Thornton, that's what I'm going to do right now. Speaking of, because we can't go without Worthy. Man, and I have him in at wide. I could put him at flex, though. I need to get ETN. Move ETN here. Move. Oh, I can't. I have to play him at wide receiver. Man, if I had known this. I hate this sometimes. I hate this. Let me see if Thornton's in. I'm going to get back to questions. I have to help my own fantasy teams now. I feel like you got to get Tyquan Thornton, though. I mean, he's going to take over. Kelsey, now I feel better about, to be fair. Trade Lamb or Odunze and Judkins, Wesley asks. Make sure to drop a follow. For Odunze and Judkins, honestly, I don't mind that trade that much because Judkins could be somebody. Lamb coming back from a hamstring injury and then you're getting Odunze along with it. I mean, I feel like Odunze is a wide receiver 1 at this point, so I feel like you could do that and get away with it. Let me go look at the rankings. So naturally, we, sometimes we speak before we think, so let's make sure. But I got Rome Odunze, number 17 player overall in fantasy. He's right behind Nico Collins. I think you take the deal on that. Javonte and Tucker Kraft for Amon-Ra. For Amon-Ra, yeah. If I'm getting Amon-Ra St. Brown, do it. Should I pick up Ridley for next week since I'm playing the Raiders next week? I think Ridley's worth a pickup anyways. He looked pretty good today. I mean, that was a crazy win by the Titans. I don't think they did anything to deserve it, but they did it. So, and let's go through some of the box scores still. Start Henry or Kincaid. Probably start Kincaid. I think they're playing, though, at this point. So I'm going to have to put the game on as well. Man, do I pick up Thornton right now, though? That's the tough part, right? You just don't know. I think I do. I have to pick him up. Maybe Jaden Blue. How did Jaden Blue do today? 4 rushes, 7 yards. Let's get Thornton in you. Let's get Thornton in here, baby. Trade Brees in London for Achane and Sutton. Trade Brees in London for Achane and Sutton. You're getting... I wouldn't. I think Brees and Achane are probably about the same. The Miami Dolphins offense scares me for Achane. They use him a lot, and he already has an injury history. That's what scares me about that trade. Personally, I'm going to wait until tomorrow to see if Worthy's able to play. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to do because I feel like playing Thornton and playing Shakir, that's about the same. You're getting somebody in there that you hope will do well, and you don't know for sure. And we could see Shakir go for 200 yards tonight. By the way, Rico Dowdle game, unbelievable. One of the guys I said to start, admittedly, I had Woody Marks ahead of him, so we'll see. That did not go well. Do I start Diggs or BTJ? BTJ for sure. Guys, make sure to drop a follow if you're asking some questions. So let me go through some of these games and what my thoughts are. Twin Shot Judkins, I think, has to move into RB1 conversations. I'm looking at some of these other running backs. So some of the running backs we have ahead of him before this game started. Bucky Irving, okay? Bucky Irving's out, so we won't count that against him. But we have to keep note of it. Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty's in there, but, do we want to have Quinshon Judkins over Genty? I feel like he was just as effective than Genty today. Genty he gets a lot of work. I'll give it to him, but I'm just not so certain. Oh, somebody followed me. Go ahead and if you drop the follow, I'll go ahead and get to your question. Sebi. So Sebi asks. Personally, I'm going to wait. Okay, you already went through. So if you drop a follow, I'll get to your question. Thank you. But personally, I'm putting Quinshon Judkins probably where Genty is. Let's see how he did today. Genty goes 14 for 67, and he does get 5 catches, so he's still used as a receiver more than Judkins, 5 for 42. Man, but I guess you have to put Genty ahead. But do I put him possibly ahead of Josh Jacobs? I might. I'm going to put Ashton Genty probably above Josh Jacobs. Marion Hampton, we have to see what the hamstring injury is, the injury is, basically. I don't know if he has a hamstring or not. But Buff Dude, appreciate you. Thank you. Should I sell Ibuka high? If so, who should I target? Yeah, if you can. But, at this point, he just keeps doing well and keeps doing well. Maybe he's just that good. Who could you get for Ibuka? Rashee Rice would be interesting if you can wait a week for Rashee Rice. Rome Odunze coming off that bye. Maybe Drake London, CD Lamb. If you could get it for CD Lamb, I mean, that's a steal. I do like Drake London, so that doesn't. Who should I start if Worthy doesn't play? Probably go Thornton. I only need 4 points to win. If you only need 4 points to win, that's interesting. If it's PPR format, I'm probably going Juju Smith. I'm pretty sure he scored over 4 points every single game thus far. So, me personally, I don't need 4 points. I'm in the guillotine, so as many points as I need, probably. I have to go see. I have a lot of Sunday night games, so I guess we'll wait and see. Everyone told me Ertz is a must start. He put up 0. I told you he was not a must start. I've been saying it all year. Jaden, it is what it is. People are wrong sometimes. I was wrong today about Woody Marks, so I was also right about Rico Dowdle, so there's that. He only had one game that had 1.5 points. Then I'd say just play him. I don't know. When Thornton was out, we have to see when Thornton was out too. How did Thornton do? Or not Thornton. When Worthy was out, how did Tyquan Thornton do? That's a valid question. And I would go Thornton every single game. It looks like he's basically gotten that many points, other than the one game he had a fluky game, 1 catch, 11 yards, touchdown. That's when, what's his name? Sorry, Xavier Worthy came back. So I could see where you might think it might not go well, but I would go Thornton. It seems like he's getting targets. He'll get more targets than Juju. Sell or hold Jamar. So I changed my mind. Gill. I'm done with Derrick Henry. Honestly, I don't blame you. Derrick Henry is a frustrating one, and we'll get to that game over here on the YouTube. Let's go find Baltimore's game against the Houston Texans, because that was an absolute shellacking. That was incredible. I cannot believe that the Baltimore Ravens might not be that good this year. I feel like they're in the similar position as the Bengals last year, where it's just injuries get to you. But again, Nick Chubb looks like he has the backfield. Interesting. Sell or hold Jamar after this game. Well, you're starting to get to the point where it's like Joe Burrow might be there for the fantasy playoffs. So you might as well hold on to Jamar. And it seems like he's going to be all right. No problem, Dominguez. Make sure to give a follow. If you haven't given a follow, I'll try to get to your question, but there's no telling if I do or don't get to your question. Thank you. I want Darius Slayton off my team. He's had a problem with not hanging on to the ball for the past couple years. I think the hamstring injury really screwed him over too. But yeah, he can't fumble there. I think you're right. That was pretty bad. And the Giants in general just don't look good. Somebody's got to perform, I think, but is it going to be Slayton? I don't know. I don't blame you, TSC19, though. I'm changing my mind on that. And Wandell, too. I think Theo Johnson might be the guy, believe it or not, tight end. Kevin, trade Engram or Jonnu and Judy for Tucker Kraft. Yes, I would do that in a heartbeat, because those two players are barely on your bench. They're hanging on by a thread. Okay, let's get to the Texans. So, Texans look good. CJ Stroud looks good. Blah, blah, blah. 23 for 27. 4 touchdowns for CJ Stroud. Good for him. Nick Chubb, 11 for 61. A tutty. Nico Collins gets you a touchdown. Not as good of a game as you would hope, considering that they routed the Ravens. But Stroud's spreading the ball around quite a bit. 64 for Kirk. 60 for Schultz. 32 for Higgins. So, it's not like... It just seemed like they just had the Ravens number. If they needed more... Unk is the reason the Cowboys won and the Giants didn't. That's why he tweaking. Maybe we should work on our grammar first, TC. I don't know. Maybe you need to go back to school and try to get some writing in. I'm not sure. It just seems like you're struggling. But Unk, yeah. The Giants just stink. Maybe the Cowboys are better than I thought. I mean, I'm not too surprised. Their offense is pretty good. Their defense did play well. I'll give it to them. What? TSC 19, what did you ask? Let's see. It's not even a fumble. He's dropped numerous open passes over the past couple of years. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's at least somewhat reliable compared to like Jalen Hyatt, who can't even run a freaking route. But I mean, this Giants team is absolutely atrocious when it comes to any wide receivers. Look at the 4th down today with Wan'Dale Robinson, who's supposed to have short hands. So this just stinks as a Giants fan. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's viable in fantasy. Maybe a desperate flex play like what you're saying. How much will I don't know how much a kicker's going to score. I hope a lot for you, David. That's what I hope. Make sure to give a follow if you haven't already. Thank you guys. You guys are the best community. If Worthy out, should I get Juju or I go Thornton, because Thornton, when Worthy's been out, has scored a lot more points. That's also true. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Do I, while being down by 17, having Kincaid and Prater? Yeah, I mean, you have a chance for sure. I think Kincaid can score a touchdown too. I don't think it's that out of the realm of possibilities. Trade Adunze for Bucky. Bucky's coming back from a knee injury, and that scares me a little bit. But I don't mind the trade because, I don't know, you're getting an RB1 for a wide receiver one. Yeah, I guess it's might as well. You're just basically trading over to get a better running back. Is this a bad trade? Landon asks. Thank you. Make sure to give a follow, Landon. Devontae Smith, Alvin Kamara, and BTJ for Jonathan Taylor. No, I'm okay with that trade. I'll wait till Monday's game. See how Brian Thomas does. Maybe you can only get rid of Brian Thomas instead of like Alvin Kamara too. But yeah, I'm okay with that trade. I have Baker. Trade Adunze for Bucky if I have Baker. I don't think it matters if you have a guy on the same team. And not even for bye weeks, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, what if you spread your bye weeks around so much that like you lose a player each week and then you end up dropping another guy on your roster that you could have had. Whereas what if you just did it all in 1 week? Like, I don't know. It's tough with bye weeks. Unc, I used your tips and scored 6.7. 6-7? 6-7. You guys are cringe. I'll let you know that, Gen Alpha. You guys are cringe. I'm a Gen Zer, I guess, technically, but I'm like close to millennial. I feel like a millennial, but I don't know. People tell me I'm Gen Z. People tell me I'm millennial. I don't know what I am. Derrick Henry, awful game. 15 for 33, touchdown, 2.2 yards per carry. What do we do with Derrick Henry at this point? I don't even know. But so we look at our rankings. And how much does he fall? I put him behind Judkins at this point. I mean, I feel like I like Judkins better. I might like Kyron Williams better than Derrick Henry. I might like Javonte Williams more than Derrick Henry. I'm not there yet, but I have him somewhere in there. Debo time. Yeah, Debo had a great game today. Debo went through and had quite a game. I wasn't out on Debo. I drafted a lot of Debo. Is this a good trade? Pickens and Fannin for Ibuka. Landon, have you given a follow? Come on, man. I think that's fine. Thank you, Landon. Appreciate you. I'm just kidding there. EV, is Waller worth starting over Jawan now? Yeah. Yeah, I was wrong on Waller. I was quite wrong on Darren Waller. I'll tell you that. They decided that they were going to only use Waller today. TSC, thank you. 12-man, is this realistic to offer? I get Kyron, Caleb Williams. I give Tua, Swift, BTJ. I mean, I don't think he does it, but wait till Brian Thomas plays his game, because you never know. Brian Thomas goes for 200 yards. That changes everything. Should I trust Jacoby Myers? You should never trust Jacoby Myers. Should never trust Jacoby Myers. We don't know. We have no idea what to make of Jacoby Myers at any point during his lifetime. Vanilla Gorilla, trade Killa and AJ Brown for Sutton. No, if you have Kittle, just keep AJ Brown. You just have to. Losing by 0.3, and I have Mahomes left, and he has left Worthy. Well, luckily for you, Worthy might be out. TC asks, flex the Slant King, Michael Thomas, or Dalvin Cook 4-man league. You just say a 4-man league. I think you're toast, man. This must be the ghosts, the League of Ghosts, the ghosts of Christmas pasts. Wait, Worthy might be out. Yes, TSC, Worthy might be out. He just randomly shows up on the injury report. He's got swelling in his ankle. They're not sure. We're not really sure. We don't have too much word yet. It sounds like he's questionable, so he still could play. But he practiced through the week, so that's good news. Obviously, the bad news is this ankle swelling, and he's now listed as questionable. So make sure to get Tyquan Thornton, if you want to pivot. Trade Justin Jefferson for Amon-Ra. Personally, I'd like Amon-Ra more than Justin Jefferson, but maybe I've been drinking the Kool-Aid. I had it before this game. Up by 38, and he has May and Butker. Think I win? You could win. You either will or you won't. I don't know, Evie. It's so hard. It's so hard to tell if people win or not. Because, I think that May will do well tonight. Do I think he gets 35 points? Maybe. But what if Butker gets 2 points? It's just so hard. Especially when you get a kicker. Leov, do I make the trade? I give Montgomery and Pearsall and get Henry and Flowers. Wait, what? Yeah. Yes. Very good trade. That you have a panicky owner and you took advantage of it. So good job, Leov. You are a great trader. Good job. Because I have to decide between starting BTJ and Worthy. Just put in BTJ. You don't even want to think about it. Because what if he ends up being in but is limited? So just play Brian Thomas. Chances Mac takes Purdy's job. I don't know. I think Purdy's got that job. He almost won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Then he ends up out. Do you think I win? Leov, I think you win because you are following me. So thank you. I hope you're following me. If you aren't following me, you're not going to win. I need to get rid of K9. I need a running back willing to move Adams or Nico. What should I do? I'm not sure what you do, honestly. You're looking to get rid of Nico. I wouldn't get rid of Nico or Adams. And if maybe you trade. Let's see if you get a 1-for-1 for K9. I don't know why you want to get rid of K9 so bad though. Maybe Alvin Kamara, Scadaboo, somebody like that. Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate you following. Gabe, thank you. Leov, thank you so much. James, thank you for following. I'm up versus Kincaid. I'm cooked, right? You might be cooked, Leov. You might be cooked. I'm hoping you're cooked because I got a lot of Kincaid tonight. I'll admit. Our Giants are cooked. Bro, they are. They are. That was tragic today, and there were so many drops. Jackson Dart didn't look great, don't get me wrong, but there were a lot of drops. Well, let's go into the Miami-Carolina game. Let's see what's changed, see what we need to do. So let me go through this game. I'll get to the questions. Please make sure to follow still. Make sure if you haven't already, go ahead and follow. Make sure to like. This is completely free advice. All it takes is a free follow to help me out. It won't really matter that because I'm projected to win by 66 points. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. Then you're okay. I'm up 22 versus Diggs and Henderson. Cooked. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Let's go put the game on right now. Hold on. I want to put the game on while I'm living you guys. Live! You guys won't be able to watch, but maybe you can hear it. Let's see. All right, so Tua Tagovailoa gets 3 touchdowns. Looks pretty good against the Panthers, honestly, but still super conservative. 16 yards rushing is concerning for Achane. I'm personally concerned. I don't know about you. Jalen Waddle goes 110 yards. We kind of expected that. Waller for 78 and 5 targets. Pretty good. Is it just the Bills game tonight? Yes. Bills and Patriots. So we got basically Josh Allen. We got Kincaid. We got maybe Shakir, if you have Shakir playing. James Cook. If you got Keon Coleman playing, Keon Coleman. There's a lot of Bills receivers, I guess you could end up going today. And then we got Drake May for the Patriots. We got a lot, actually. Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs is getting more usage. I got rid of K9 and Jameson for JSN. Second round pick in a keeper league. Yeah, that's a very good trade. I don't know if you answered. Do you think Brashard Smith is going to get more involved with the Chiefs? Yeah, he could. I think he does, but I still think it's a 3-headed monster. It's really hard to determine who's even going to start. Like, even if he takes over, like, how many more carries does he get? We'll see. You never know with Andy Reid. Do I give Genty and Devontae Smith for Montgomery? No. Do not do that. All right, let's go. We went through the Dolphins. Let's go through the Panthers. Bryce Young didn't look that great, to be honest. The Panthers come out with a win, though. Rico Dowdle, 206 yards today, which was unbelievable. Bruh! James, why are you saying bruh? Appreciate you, James. Thanks. I don't know what you're saying, bruh. I mean, Pacheco doesn't know how to play football, so he might not. Josh Allen commercial during a Josh Allen game is pretty wild. That's what I'm seeing right now. Last week. 1 second. Boys and girls, sorry. Last week I traded A-Rod, Kamara, Diggs for BTJ, Tua, and Joku. Pollard, thoughts? Okay, so you traded A-Rod. Yeah, for BTJ, I think it's worth it. I hate giving up Kamara, though. Kamara, Almonra, and Ladd for Nico, Rome, Kyron. So let's go through. Kyron, I have over Kamara. Almonra, I have over quite a bit over Nico, just because he's S tier. And Ladd, I am not saying it's not a fair trade. It's definitely a fair trade. It's just you already have Ladd as a wide receiver, too, and you have an S tier and a Amon-Ra. You could see Ladd easily get a wide receiver 1 ranking this next week, and it won't be too surprising. Ladd McConkey, within the few weeks, like Ladd McConkey might have just had a slow start. We see that sometimes with wide receivers, too. All right, so go through the games. Trevor Etienne gets some work. Someone asked me about Trevor Etienne, what I think of him. I wasn't really too keen on him playing, but he was involved. Receiving-wise, Ted McMillan, I said he would do really well. He had an okay game. 6 catches, 73 yards. And then there was just a bunch of, not really much after that. 2 for 31 for Leggett. Don't try to go pick up Leggett. Please, I don't think it's anything worth it. Indianapolis Colts rout the Raiders. What's your opinion on Jake Ferguson's a good tight end? I'll say that. That's my opinion. I'm paying $5,000 into the first 5 people to message me Hope. Frank Gregory says he'll give you $5,000 if you message Hope, so you might want to message Hope to him. Message Hope if you want $5,000. I might do it myself. I might message $5,000. Do you want $5,000? Gregory is giving you $5,000 if you message Hope. Hope. That's how you spell hope. Speaking of, I don't know where my... Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot. Yeah, I did forget that. All right, let me put this in real quick for you TikTokers out there. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'm gonna put this in so you can hear me a little bit better. Okay, the mic is hot. There we go. All right, this should be better. Now you can hear me a little bit better. Somebody was complaining. Do you think Mike Carter will be a start every week that Benson is out now? So I'd have to go look. Let's go see. Honestly, I didn't see he was doing too much. Like, it wasn't anything crazy that he did. DeMercado was still used some. DeMercado almost gets that touchdown. Should have had that touchdown, I should say. Dropped it at the goal line for no reason. He outran everybody, and then he just dropped it. Like, what a crazy thing to do. I mean, it's wild if you're getting paid that much money to do that. Do you like Tyler Warren more than... Yes, I like Tyler Warren a lot, to be fair. I think Tyler Warren is a benchmark tight end. Like, he's so good. He's so good. Daniel Jones uses him a lot. They're in a good offense. Like, it's one of those things, you know? Let's see. So let's see how Michael Carter did. 18 for 51. DeMercado got 81 yards, mostly. Oh, there's a fumble. Possibly. Oh, it's incomplete. And Michael Carter, 18 for 51, 2.8 yards per carry, basically. That's not that great, which kind of stinks. Do you think JT takes all the TDs, though? Don't think it matters. I think they spread the ball around quite enough. It seems like Tyler Warren's getting enough touchdowns. It's similar to the Laporta situation, except I think there's less weapons in the Colts. For the Colts to have touchdowns, whereas the Lions have way more. We have 3rd down and 8, and the Patriots... Oh, first down! Kayshon Boutte. I think he's going to be good. Are we holding on to Chase? Yes, hold Chase. Hold Chase. Burrow coming back in the playoffs. He's going to be great for you guys, okay? Absolutely phenomenal. Okay? You have to remember that. But Michael Carter, I guess I do like as the Cardinals running back. He's worth getting in leagues, but I'm not excited to start him by any means. 2.8 yards per carry is just not enough for me. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not able to... Hello? It's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. And then the Titans. I mean, Ward, 21 for 39, not that great. No touchdowns. But we did see Calvin Ridley had a 131-yard game, 10 targets, 5 catches. We have to keep that in mind. Calvin Ridley might be very good with his rookie quarterback, and we've seen Calvin Ridley get better through the years. Pollard completely still has a hold of this backfield, so that's interesting with Spears coming back. So maybe Pollard's ranked a little bit higher. That's my overall takes from this game. Not too much going on there, really. The next game I want to get into, the Colts and Raiders. So let's go into the stats there. Complete route. Colts just completely made them look silly. Oh, Mike is cut out. Is that better? Better? James? I think it should be better. So, I wonder why that... Give me 1 second, boys. Jeez. That's fine, though. That'll happen sometimes. Oh, man. unprofessional, but it is what it is. That was my setup. All right, now we're back to normal. It is what it is. Not as good quality, but it is what it is. All right, thanks, James. Appreciate you so much. Who's cooking though? It looks. I mean, everyone in Indianapolis cooked. That was great to see. Indianapolis comes in there. Geno Smith looked terrible. 25 for 36. Genty, 14 for 67. Didn't look that great. Ashton Genty also gets some receiving work. Trey Tucker gets some receiving work. Jacoby Myers gets some receiving work. Not anything too crazy for the Raiders. Not loving it. They didn't get any touchdowns. Daniel Jones, though. Danny Dimes doesn't get any rushing yards. With 40 points scored, he only had 2 passing touchdowns, so maybe you go ahead and rank him a little bit lower. Would you trade K9 for ETN? I would. I'm one of the few people that would. I just traded Jake Ferguson, BTJ, and Scadaboo for Derrick Henry, Dunze. Thoughts? I think that's a great 3-for-2 trade. You're getting Derrick Henry, and then worst comes to worst, you got Dunze. You should wait till the Monday night game to see what happens, but I think that's fine. Taylor goes 17 for 66, 3 touchdowns. Nothing noteworthy. 4 for 44 for Tyler Warren. Pittman gets a touchdown, saves your day. For having 40 points, actually, the Colts really didn't do that well. I thought they were, their defense just lit it up. We'll go into the Giants and Saints game, though. Do I keep K9? If you can get Travis Etienne for him, then do it. If you can get Breece Hall for him, then do it. If you can get Alvin Kamara for him, then do it. I'm not big on the K9. I haven't been for a couple weeks now. Charbonnet's used more. It's not great. What the hell is going on with Henderson? He's just not getting used yet. Rookie running backs, it takes a while to get used in general. Do I have a question on James? I see. Answer James's question. Answer James's question. Interesting. I don't know where James is. On TikTok? Anyways, do I keep or trade Derrick Henry? I probably keep him. You're not going to get much if you trade him. What the hell's going on with Henderson? Yeah, I don't know. It's a rookie running back, so you got to keep patient. They'll get better through the year, usually. That's typically how it goes. Look at Bucky Irving last year. He wasn't used at this point, and people were dropping him. Do I keep K9? If you could trade him, again, for Travis Etienne, if you could trade him for Javonte Williams, for Breece Hall, for Alvin Kamara, I would do it. Need May, Hunter, and BTJ for 30 points each. Crying. I think I think that might be called desperate, and that's fine, Chris. There's no problem with that. I will be right back. All right, so let's go into the Giants game and the Saints game. My overall takeaways from this game is Jackson Dart cannot throw it down the field for whatever reason, whether that be him, whether that be the receivers, whether that be the offensive line. It does not matter. It seems like he's just not there. So we have to keep that in mind from now on. Darius Slayton, I don't think is a play. I don't even think Wan'Dale Robinson's a play. There's the only play here is Scadaboo, 6 for 45 catching, and then 15 for 59 rushing. Theo Johnson also was used a lot, 6 for 33, 2 touchdowns, 7 targets. That's new. You could maybe play him as a back-end tight end 1. So we should be looking into that. The Saints, on the other hand, they looked decent. They look like they have a lot of weapons. Shaheed gets the long touchdown, 114 touchdown. He might be on your waiver wire, might not be. Can BTJ get 17? Yes, I think he could. Juwan Johnson doesn't do well, 2 for 17. Taysom Hill doesn't really do anything. So I don't know. But I think he took some snaps from him, so we have to keep that in mind. Maybe move Juwan Johnson down our rankings. Lamar, Nico, and K9 for Puka and ETN. If you have a quarterback already, Chris, I'm fine with that. I'm up by 9 points, and he has Travis, Kelsey, and I have Brenton Strange. Am I safe? You're never safe. I think the Patriots got it. Okay, Patriots got a turnover. Herc, I would not be safe. I would not feel safe, but it's okay. You shouldn't feel safe in fantasy football. You never know, because it takes a late touchdown at the end of the game to completely swing towards someone's direction, you know? I'm not loving Travis Kelsey, and I like Brenton Strange too, so I don't like that for you. But you're up by 9, so that's a pretty good cushion. So, in my opinion, you're probably going to win, but Brock, appreciate you. Thank you for sending a rose. Appreciate you, Brock. Brock from Pokemon. I have May as a backup. Yeah, I think that's fine then. I think that's a good trade because you got Puka. He might be the best player in fantasy football right now. I am not saying that metaphorically. He might be the best player in fantasy football. Let's go into the next game. My next takeaway, Dallas and the Jets. The Dallas defense maybe the Jets are just this bad. Maybe the Dallas defense is getting a little bit better. But either way, 37-22, still a high-scoring game. Dak Prescott, 18 for 29, 4 touchdowns, 237 yards. Starting Dak Prescott seems like every week now. Grady, appreciate you following me. That's awesome. Grady, you are great. And Dak Prescott, 7 for 28, rushing too. That's pretty good, actually. I didn't expect that. Flournoy might be a pickup for next week, considering that Tolbert might be out. And Turpin. Or was it Turpin out? But either way, I think over 100 yards, 9 targets is always worth picking up. Pickens, 2 for 57, 1 touchdown. Ferguson's a great play. Pretty much you play everyone in this Dallas offense. When you go over to the Jets, if you started Justin Fields thinking it would be like an easy play, it didn't look like that for a while, but eventually got there. Trade CMC for Adams and JT, I wouldn't. Actually, I would, Liam. But I don't know. CMC. I don't know. That's tough. I would probably do CMC. I would probably do that trade, I guess. Let's see. So Justin Fields, 32 for 46, 2 touchdowns, 5 sacks, 283 yards, rushing 26 yards. He had a pretty good game. Breece Hall has a pretty good game, 4 for 113, but maybe not what you're expecting with Dallas, at least with touchdowns. So they weren't able to completely do well in the red zone, which is what you were hoping for. That was like the one thing you were hoping for. So I think find that pretty interesting. And I am not able to move this at all, but that's fine. For the YouTubers, sorry. Garrett Wilson gets 71 yards. Mason Taylor, 9 for 67, 12 targets. Mason Taylor, tight end 1. Breece Hall, great running back. Garrett Wilson, you're always starting. So nothing's really changed for the Jets other than maybe you're a little bit disappointed, but they still ended up getting you points more likely than not. Other than Mason Taylor is in there getting targets. So let's do a little bit of speed round. Denver and Philadelphia Eagles. It was about what we expected. It was a slugfest. The defenses basically took over. There was no turnovers, really. Bo Nix, okay game, 1 touchdown, got some rushing yards. Meh. J.K. Dobbins, 79 yards, touchdown. You kind of expected that. Harvey not used at all. Think that's a little bit interesting, so maybe we should keep note of that, considering Harvey had a pretty good game last week. Next, we have Cortland Sutton, 99 yards. Almost always playing him if you can. Evan Ingram does get a touchdown, 33 yards. Nothing really different in that game for that side at least. The Eagles, on the other hand, 280 yards passing, but who does he throw to? It goes to Devontae Smith. It goes to Devontae Smith for 114 yards, eight catches. You feel pretty good about that. And maybe I move up Smith in our rankings because Smith might end up being a guy we play every week as a top-end wide receiver, which is really interesting to hear because we used to think he was just only a downfield threat at all. Saquon Barkley, obviously play him. You didn't feel great about it though. 3 for 58 touchdown, which, was kind of fluky. Man, I'm sorry, YouTube. Sorry to the YouTubers out there. It's just taking a while. But Saquon Barkley does okay. Hurts does okay. A.J. Brown disappoints, so maybe we move down A.J. Brown in our rankings quite a bit because maybe he is actually not a wide receiver too. So I think we move A.J. Brown probably down. He's got to be behind Pickens at this point. I feel like he's behind Zay Flowers. I feel like he's in the Brian Thomas range, so we'll have to see what happens with Brian Thomas. But I think Quentin Johnston I might put ahead of him, to be quite frank. All right, YouTube is back. So 6 for 30 for Barkley. Barkley, I think, is an RB1, but I don't know. It's a couple weeks in a row where he's just disappointed. Just a little bit too much for me. Too much for my liking. So I might have to move him down from the S ranking I have him, move him down to an A. But still producing a decent amount. Tennessee, we went through that. Tennessee and Arizona, what my takeaways were. Michael Carter, maybe a top-end fantasy football pickup. Other than that, nothing really doing. Tampa Bay and Seattle. We go through and look at this. And it looks like Baker Mayfield has a really good game. So yeah, this game was so exciting to watch. The Buccaneers and the Seahawks. Unbelievable game. Really enjoyed it. I mean, you have Rachaad White having 2 touchdowns. You felt great about starting him. Magbuka looks really good again. 7 catches, 163. 1 touchdown. Seems like he's not going to go away in this offense, which is really good news for you Magbuka owners. And, K. Dotton gets involved. The only really notable thing is Chris Godwin didn't get involved nearly as much as I thought he might. So maybe we keep an eye on that. Maybe he's just a wide receiver, like a flex play, desperate flex play kind of guy. Marcus, thank you. Go ahead and drop a follow if you don't mind. Trade Quentin Johnston and MHJ for A.J. Brown and CD. Quentin Johnston for A.J. Brown and CD. I'm going to invite PG Network over to here. Let's see if he wants to come in. I think I'm okay with that. Trade Henry for Nico. I think that's a fine pivot. I think that's okay. Yes, Colson. That's fine. Nico's a very good wide receiver to get. Sam Darnold, very good again. Maybe he's actually startable in fantasy. What do I do with Derrick Henry? Hold him. It's not much you can do. Wait till Lamar Jackson comes back. Give up on Chase Brown and Mark Andrews? Yes. Andrews might be okay when Lamar comes back, but Chase Brown I've given up on. There couldn't have been a better matchup for Chase Brown, and he did nothing. Who wins? Trade Travion and DK for Ken and Tolbert. Ken. Am I crazy? Ken. Can you tell me who Ken is, please? Rowan, thank you. Kenneth Walker, got it. Sorry about that. I don't know. DK is a sell high for me, but Kenneth Walker is a sell high for me. And you have Travion Henderson you're giving up. I would just keep Travion Henderson. He's better. He'll be good throughout the year. I promise, Rowan. Just believe in it, and it will happen. Appreciate you so much, TC, staying in here. All right, Jackson Smith-Njigba. He might be a top-end wide receiver. Another 8-132 game. Cooper Kupp used quite a bit. My little Cooper Kupp. He might be moving up in my rankings. So I have Cooper Kupp around. And I'm on YouTube Live, guys. If you want to follow me on YouTube, or subscribe to me on YouTube, I should say, go ahead and do that. I'm trying to transition over to both sites, TikTok and YouTube. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. Thank you. I'm live right now. Looks like Kincaid. Nice. Kincaid got a catch. Hunter Henry for 7 points. Yeah, I think so. We'll see, though. Yeah, Gaba. I mean, DeMarcado literally dropping at the goal line was just unbelievable to see. I could not fathom what had happened. Michael Carter taking over, so we'll see what happens there. I'm sorry. Would you do Henry for Kyron and Kincaid? Yes, I would. Rowan, if you're going to Travion, do that trade, I think. What was I looking at? It's all right. Oh, Cooper Kupp. So Cooper Kupp right now is like way, 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 way down in our rankings. I mean, honestly, and Calvin Ridley too. I think we have to move them up all the way up to where Matthew Golden is at least. They're an interesting plays at least. They're not just guys maybe to have at the end of your bench. Would you trade Jamar, Kamara, and Sutton for Gibbs? I would get Gibbs. You're giving up a lot, but if you're getting Gibbs and you're getting an upgrade and you have a deep team, do it. Can Darren Waller sustain this play? I also have Pitts. At first, I said no, but I think he might be able to. He only had 5 targets today, but he's a red zone threat for them. And look at what they did with Jonnu Smith last year. They used Jonnu Smith like crazy. So I could see something similar happening. I might keep Kyle Pitts, though, because Kyle Pitts, I think, is all right. Memes aside. Put the memes to the side. Kyle Pitts actually might be a good fantasy play. All right. Take what you thought about him in the past and put it behind you. Kyle Pitts, I know it's memeable, but I think he might be a really good play. He gets targeted. He's in a good offense. He's very talented. He's a tight end 1 in my book. But yeah, so Horton gets a touchdown. That's good maybe for if you're in deeper leagues. All right. And last 2 games, Detroit and Cincinnati. So Detroit and Cincinnati game. Let's see what we got. I mean, well, let's just say this. Jake Browning stinks. Jake Browning stinks. And Jake Browning should not be in the NFL at this point. I mean, that was pretty terrible of a game. He did score 3 touchdowns. You had to hold your breath doing it. But he doesn't. I mean, Yossi Vosh ends up having a good game. Maybe we look at getting Yossi Vosh, which is interesting. Last year we were talking about Yossi Vosh and try and see if you can get your. Okay, I might. I can't, but it's fine. Lions game. T. Higgins, I'm moving down my rankings. I'm just done with T. Higgins. Up until when Burrow comes back. So keep him until Burrow comes back. I said Jammo would have a good game. Did he? No, he did nothing. He got a catch in 9 yards. Laporta has a great game. Monra has a great game. Doesn't score a touchdown, though. Jahmyr Gibbs is Jahmyr Gibbs. David Montgomery scores, and he has a passing touchdown. It's good for them. And then our final game that I'll be going over. Sorry, it's on the very end of my computer screen. Washington and the Chargers. Quentin Johnston owners, I know you're frustrated. Not frustrated. You're like, man, maybe he is human. Which I understand. I was big on Quentin Johnston. But You know what? Let's go to the Commanders first. The Manders. Jane Daniels has an alright game. You don't feel great about it, but he gets rushing in his first game back. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is moving up my ranks, that's for sure. He is the main back there, and I think he's officially taken over that spot, which I thought he would eventually. So Ja'Cory was 97 total, right behind Trey. Yeah. I think you have to put him above Montgomery. You got to put him above Chase Brown. You got to put above Travion Henderson. I think he's around where Chuba Hubbard is. Honestly. I might put him ahead of Chuba Hubbard, which is pretty interesting. Deebo Samuel, another great wide receiver. Luke McCaffrey gets a catch for 50 yards, so I guess that's notable. Chargers, though, Hampton gets hurt. We don't know what's going to go on. Would you give up Judkins or Tet? I also have... Yeah, I might do that if you already have that. All right, losing by 0.3, and I have Mahomes, and he has left Worthy. I think you got a good shot then. Worthy might be out soon, too. So if you want to pick up Thornton and try to, play some defense, make sure he doesn't get any points, because Worthy is questionable. That wouldn't be a bad play, because then he can't pivot if Worthy's out. It's we're playing chess, not checkers. Hampton didn't do that well. He gets hurt, though, and that's very unfortunate. Nobody in this Chargers offense did extremely well. Keenan Allen had the most targets, and I'd say had the best game, 5 for 58. Quentin Johnston, 5 for 40. McConkey, 5 for 39 with the touchdown. It's notable, though, that when this Chargers offense is doing well, it seems like all three of those guys are startable. Who should I target after this week? I mean, a buy high would be Quinshon Judkins, but that's buy high. Saquon Barkley would be interesting, considering he hasn't been doing as well as he usually does. Derrick Henry is interesting to me. But those are at this point, maybe you get Travion Henderson if you can wait. Bucky Irving was hurt, maybe you get him on the low. Rome Odunze was on the bye. Rashee Rice would be great because Rashee Rice has 1 week left on his suspension. But he didn't accept it, thankfully. Right before Malik got injured, was going to trade Jamar May Pearsall for Malik. Yeah, I'm glad that worked out okay. Pay is giving Rashee Rice for Hampton a good trade. I'm 3-0 and have lots of receiver depth. Nope, not a good trade. Hampton might be injured. Not a good trade. Just honestly, at this point, you can always trade them eventually. So if you have to, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. You'll be okay. That would have been a fair trade for sure. Pickens and McBride for Kelsey and Gibbs. Yes, I would do that. Do you think Jamar can continue to play how he did today with Browning? No. That's unsustainable, quite honestly. But he did do well. I think he's going to do... It's not going to be as good as with Burrow. It's going to be a little messy, but he's still going to be a good fantasy play. Would you trade Genty for Amon-Ra? I probably would, yeah. What about for Josh Jacobs? What was your original question? Josh Jacobs? Rashee Rice specifically would be really good. Maybe if you had another receiver to trade. But I'm pretty big on Rashee Rice. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. All right, but yeah, that's my analysis of what's going on. If you have any questions, go ahead, give some questions. This helps me out, so go ahead and do that. Is Javonte and Rome for Puka a good trade? Yeah, I think so. Michael. Make sure to give a follow if you haven't already. Guys, I'm doing fantasy football content almost every night. If you want to come on, you can come on anytime. I appreciate you guys coming in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I appreciate you. Please go ahead, get onto all my content, including on YouTube, as my YouTube is up. Wow. A fumble on the special teams. All right, I'm going to get to this game. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yo! What's up, Ben? Let's stop the streaming on here. All right, appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming in here for the live, and hope you guys have a good night. I see that nobody really went on here, at least from what I can tell. I'll go check right now on my YouTube. Okay. From what I can tell, I'll go check right now on my YouTube.
Let me tell you a story about Bruce Springsteen.
All right. Thank you.